Sup guys, Zero here, and welcome to Doki Doki Exit music. So I know we played the demo of this a long time ago, and yeah, the full release is here now. So I've been waiting for this mod. I've been in the Discord server for this mod. I think like for 3 or 5 months, 6 months. It's been a while. I've been in there for a while. I've gotten to know the people who made this. Yeah, I'm friends with the guy who made this, and I'm just ready to play it. Let's just jump into it. The episodes from here for Exit music are gonna be like an hour long, so sit tight, get ready. We're going. That's all I gotta say. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I consider going to her house to wake her up. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. The hell with it, I'll go get her. I grab the cupcakes Natsuki and I made yesterday and make my way to Sayori's. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house? Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori! Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori? Zero! Sayori stands at the foot of her bed, a long rope in her hand. It's tied into a hangman's noose. In the shock of the moment, I release my grip on the cupcakes. No, the cupcakes! What the fuck? It's not what it... Like hell, it's not what it looks like. I'm so sorry, Zero. I can't believe this. Sayori wouldn't do something like this. Jesus, Sayori. I should have known it was this bad. Sayori drops the noose to the floor. Sayori, why haven't you talked to anybody about this? I don't want to waste people's time. You're not wasting anybody's time. We all just want you to be happy, like you've made us. You really deserve to be happy. I know you don't think that now, but... Well, it's the truth. And I'm determined to help you every step of the way. But to start, you need to talk about this. I can't. There is a short pause. All is silent, aside from Sayori sobbing. I was about to do it, Zero. I'd have never seen you again. Sayori, could you imagine if I'd found you like that? Sayori, listen. Doesn't matter what you're going through. You'll always have a reason to stay with us. Even if there's only one thing worth living for to you, then you need to hold on to that. And I know there is. You told me yourself yesterday. Zero. She releases her grip on me and backs away. We know it'll be tough, but I'll be there for you. We all will. No matter what. Zero, don't. Now listen to me. You need to talk to somebody professional about this. I'm not taking no for an answer, Sayori. I don't think I'm ready. We can go another time. Not a chance. You seriously need professional help, as soon as possible. We're leaving now. I don't know if I can. Sayori, do it. For me, if not for yourself. She sniffles, wiping her face with her sleeve. Okay. Come on, let's go. To the doctor's. We'll take the bus. Zero. The festival. Screw the festival. You're more important to me than that. Well, I need to go get changed first. Oh, of course. I nod and take a step outside the door, reaching down to pick up the rope first, taking it with me just in case. She gently nods, shutting the door in my face. I'm a little anxious, leaving her alone right after something like this. Regardless, she needs her privacy. I kneel down, beginning to clean up the cupcake massacre littering the floor with a towel. Natsuki's going to kill me. I returned downstairs and untied the noose, dropping the loose rope in the trash. I lingered downstairs for a minute or two before heading back upstairs. She's probably ready by now. I knock on Sayori's door, and she answers. Ready? Sayori nods once, her eyes glued to the floor. This is what's best for me, right? She stares at me, expecting I would answer. I feel uneasy, but answer anyway. I know it is. Come on now, let's get going. God dang. I know for the people who saw this in the demo, or like, I know you're seeing a lot of the same shit, but for the people who didn't see my demo video, I guess this is nice. Also for the people who saw the demo video, I know the sound was fucked up. This time it shouldn't be fucked up, and everything should sound nice. I'm sitting down in a waiting room outside of the doctor's office, patiently waiting for Sayori to return. I'm anxious. My phone buzzes quietly. I remember that today was supposed to be the day of the festival. The text is from Monika. Where are you? I have to reply. I'm busy. Really, Zero? Please don't tell me you've got cold feet about the poems or something. It's a bit more serious than that. What's going on? I don't know if I can tell you right now. But it's serious, okay? You gotta believe me. Fine. Just hurry up and bring Sayori with you. I look up at the door. Through the small window, I can see Sayori breaking down in her chair, her head resting on the doctor's desk. I feel terrible, knowing that I let her reach such a point due to my own negligence. Behind me, the door that leads from the entrance to my waiting room swings open and a couple of nurses walk by. But my phone buzzes again in my hand and I turn my attention back to it. It's just me and Yuri here, damn it! Why? Where's Natsuki? I don't know. Please get here quick and bring Sayori, okay? It's a personal issue. I can't promise anything, but I'll try to get to the festival before it's over, okay? Okay. A couple of minutes of idle waiting pass before I get another message from her. Forget it. Everyone's here already, and they're waiting. We have to cancel. I return the phone to my pocket, running my hands through my hair. Why now? I feel terrible for Sayori. The fact that she's in such pain right now and how oblivious I was to all of it. But on the other hand, I also feel like I put Monika and Yuri on the spot in front of all our classmates. Monika and Yuri. That reminds me of something that Monika told me. Where's Natsuki? Suddenly, the door of the waiting room opens again and another nurse walks by. However, she's accompanied by somebody familiar. Oh, that never gets easier to look at. Natsuki? Are you okay? Oh god. She quickly turns and runs back the way she came, exiting the hospital in tears. I jump out of my seat to speak to her, but I notice the nurse staring at me suspiciously. I take a seat once more, anxious now about Natsuki's well-being as well as Sayori's. Excuse me. What happened to her? She explains how Natsuki wandered into the hospital, bloody and bruised, looking for help. Poor Natsuki. She then cautiously asks if I had anything to do with Natsuki's injuries. Christ, no! I don't even know what's going on. I had to bring my friend here. She tried to... I stopped myself. I doubt Sayori would want me to talk about her struggles so openly. Not now, anyway. Well, listen, it's serious, okay? I bite my lip as the nurse continues on her way. My phone buzzes again. Are you sure you don't know where Sayori or Natsuki are? I already told you I don't know. I can't tell her about Natsuki either. Chances are, it's her own personal issue and she'd deal with it in her own way. Still, maybe I should text her. It doesn't matter anyway. We had to cancel our performance. People are complaining about the cupcakes not being here. Yuri's gone for some fresh air. Jesus, I'm sorry, okay? My hands are tied here. I can't do anything to help right now. Okay, whatever. Thanks a lot, Zero. I sigh. Now I've pissed Monika off because I couldn't bring myself to tell her what happened. I decided to text Natsuki quickly about what I just saw. A couple of minutes pass with no response. The message doesn't even mark as read. The office door swings open and Sayori emerges. Zero, are you okay? Not really. I'm just stressed out. How are you? I don't really want to talk about it. Are you sure? Because I'm here for you. I can just... Zero, please. Can we just drop this? I just don't want to make a big deal out of it, especially in front of the other club members. I stand up. Sayori, I don't think you understand how big of a deal this really is. You nearly killed yourself. To be fair, I gotta agree with our main character here. Sayori, you almost committed suicide. You can't just say, can we drop it? I think you should go home and rest for a couple days, okay? I guess I'll have to, right? Sayori lets out a small bout of almost nervous laughter. It's a good idea. At least, you know that. But what about the festival? I hesitate. I don't want Sayori to feel like it's her fault that the performance was cancelled, so I decide to start with Natsuki's absence. Well, Natsuki didn't actually show up either. Monika had to cancel the performance, unfortunately. You didn't tell her, did you? About... I didn't. Unless you want to talk to her about it yourself, she won't know. Okay? Sayori nods. I think I'll tell her. So she knows why her plans for the festival were ruined. I can tell what she's going to say. It wasn't your fault, Sayori. None of this is. Sayori grabs my hand tightly, crushing it in a vice-like grip. You can talk to her if you really want to. Hell, she'd probably be able to give better advice than me. Maybe. Did you tell my parents? I sigh. I did, yeah. I'm sorry, though. I felt like I had to, and... Thanks. I was scared I'd have to tell them myself. Sayori glances downwards to the pristine floor. I love you, Zero. Despite her condition, I can't lie to her. It would be unfair on her end to have her hopes disrupted like that. I keep my mouth shut. A minute or so passes. God damn! That still hurts too! Oh, that's just awkward. Anyway, we should get going. There's no point going to school now. Why? What time is it? It's about midday. We missed the festival, and if we turn up now, Monika's just gonna get mad at us. Come on, I'll take you home. We can talk some more there. She gently nods, following my lead. We exit the hospital and ride a bus back to their house. I decide to stay with Sayori in her house, just to make sure she's feeling better. We have at least a few hours together, but we spend that time talking and watching shows together. Her mother arrives first, thanking me for letting her know of what happened. I tell her that it's no problem. She tells me that Sayori's father's on his way, and that I'm free to leave if I want to. After I'm sure she's safe, I leave her with her mother and head home. Entering the kitchen, I flick the light on and start to make myself a sandwich, cutting up a tomato. However, I start to wonder about Natsuki. I remember the time I spent with her here, our little scuffle over the cupcake's icing. But that bruise, her nosebleed. What the hell happened to her? And who in their right mind would do that to her? Possible reasons for her injuries begin to circulate inside my head. Maybe she just fell over? She couldn't have gotten into a fight with another classmate of ours. Or maybe... No. Surely not. Maybe I'm just overreacting to the situation. It's been a rough day after all. But something she told me while we were reading manga together sticks in my head. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. I shiver at the thought of it. It's the only real reason that I can come up with for Natsuki's terrible injuries. I also noticed that while I was distracted, I accidentally cut my finger open while slicing the tomato. Oh, crap. I wrap my finger in a paper towel, letting the few drops of blood soak into it. Throwing the paper towel in the trash, I think back to Natsuki. I decide that I'll ask her about her father next time I see her. Even if she assures me that I'm wrong, at least I'll know. I eat my sandwich and head upstairs to my room. I collapse onto my bed, exhausted from the stress that the day had brought me. I drifted to unconsciousness within minutes. And now it's back to happy-go-lucky. Oh, hi, Zero. I'm back at the literature club. Craning my neck, I look around the club room. It's empty. Yuri and I are the only people here. I leave the classroom door open, expecting the other members to arrive shortly. Hey, Yuri. Oh, no, I meant, no, it's hey, Yuri. Okay. I sit down on the desk next to her, unpacking my stationery kit as she did with her own. Listen, I know that Monika canceled the club yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to talk to you. So I just wanted to say that I'm sorry that she had to let our little presentations go. Don't worry about it, Zero. Monika told me that it wasn't your fault you couldn't come. She said it was something serious. Yeah, it was a bit of an emergency. I decided to play down the situation, in case Yuri doesn't know the full story. I don't want to worry her, after all. Are you alright? Me? I'm fine. Don't worry about me. It was someone else. Someone close. I see. Well, I hope everything works out well for you and your friend. I hope so too, Yuri. A moment passes of complete silence. Yuri sat down at her desk, still reading. The class is still empty, aside from us. So, Yuri? Yuri jumps in her chair a little, startled by my interrupting the silence. Yes? You haven't seen Monika today, have you? I'm afraid not, Zero. She's been in a mood since the festival, unfortunately. Not that I mean to be rude about it. It did mean a lot to her, after all. I know it did. That was why I wanted to speak to her. Maybe if I explained why Sayori and I were absent, that she might forgive me. Well, the both of us. But I promised Sayori I wouldn't say anything to Monika. Has Monika said anything about me since the festival? Not really. I mean, she did complain that the three of you were gone. I was kinda thankful that we got to cancel. Not to ruin Monika's plans, though. I'd never do such a thing intentionally. I know you wouldn't, Yuri. Don't worry. I can tell you're too good of a person to be so mean. Besides, you have no reason to want to sabotage her like that. Right? Yuri falters for a moment, lost for words. Not at all. It's just that... I don't even know if I should be telling you this. Well, I overheard Monika talking about you and Sayori to one of her friends. I wasn't eavesdropping, though. What did she say? I heard her mention that the only good reason to cancel on her festival was if somebody died. What? Monika wouldn't say something like that, right? She's a sweetheart. Besides, not only is it egocentric, it's insensitive. Even if she didn't know about Sayori, it felt like it was too close to reality. Wow, that's harsh. I doubt she meant it, though. What I mean to say is, she was in no position to say that. I understand that she was frustrated about it. It was never a good reason to say such horrible things about... Yuri's words get caught in her throat, and she retreats to the confines of her book. I turn and see Monika standing in the doorway, giving Yuri an intense glare. She doesn't dare to meet Monika's gaze, instead concentrating on the portrait of Markov. Oh god. I wish I could do the same. I swallow. She huffs and starts talking. Where's Sayori? And Natsuki? She stares at Yuri intently. Monika's presence intimidates me. I don't know, Monika. I haven't seen them. She gives me an acidic stare, her emerald eyes piercing my confident facade. Did Sayori tell her about the hospital? Are you sure? Yeah. Alright then. How come you weren't at the festival, Zero? I had a family emergency. At this point, I'm practically lying to her face to keep Sayori's secrets safe until she feels comfortable confiding in Monika. Then again, I've known Sayori for so long, she's pretty much a part of my chosen family at this point. She's like a sister to me. So it's more stretching the truth than it is lying to her. Well, that's what I'll tell myself anyway. Right. Monika's not having any of this. Even if she doesn't know what's actually going on, she must know I'm lying to her. For Sayori's sake, I have to keep face for her. I can't betray her trust. If she finds out I told someone that private information. Monika's demeanor suddenly changes and she looks at the two of us with a wry smile on her face. Okay, you two. Since we're the only ones here, I've decided that we're going to have to cancel today's meeting. Hopefully there won't be any more emergencies or absences tomorrow. The emphasis on those words worry me, due to how aggressively she spoke them. That's all. You can leave now. Yuri looks up from her book guiltily and packs up, silently dropping the portrait of Markov and her stationery kit into her bag. She scurries out of the classroom without a word. Monika turns her attention to me, expecting me to pack up. I nod, pick up my bag, exiting the hallway without another word. Walking through the school's dormant hallways, I reach the door to the courtyard but stop, placing my hand in my palm. Also, Monika's a bitch. Just thought I was gonna point that out. Just wanted to say it. I forgot my own stationery. I'm an idiot. I return to the club room hastily to find my leather pencil case opened. As I swipe it into my bag, I realize my pen is missing. Oh god. A quick glance around and I conclude that I must have lost it earlier. Oh god. That was beautiful. I'm so professional. Returning to the courtyard, I notice Yuri. Oh, this is a different background. She's moving hurriedly, clutching her bag tightly against her chest and wiping her face with her sleeve. Yuri? She doesn't notice me at first, so I jog to catch up to her. Yuri, what's wrong? Oh, hi, it's nothing. Really?
Yeah, I'm alright. Really.
I don't believe her. My eyes meet Yuri's for a brief moment before she looks away. I could tell something terrible happened in the few minutes we were separated. But what could have brought her to this state? I take hold of her shoulder to try and slow her down so she can face me. She jumps, but complies as she comes to a halt at the school's entrance. Yuri, whatever's on your mind, you can tell me. I'm your friend, after all.
It's not much, it was just something that Monika said.
Monika. What could she have said? Well, if you don't mind my asking, what did she say?
I don't really feel comfortable about it. Talking about it. If you're okay with that.
Monika must have said something really hurtful. It's fine, really, I understand.
Well, if you're sure about that.
Did I say that? Oh, I did say, okay, I was making sure I read that. Right. You're always welcome to talk to me, though.
I guess it'd be nice if you walked with me. Maybe we can talk on the way.
Sayori isn't here. I've got some time to kill. Besides, I feel like I can't refuse. Not when she's so emotional. Yeah, okay. I'm sure that'd be nice. Following Yuri, I take the opposite turn from my usual walk home. Soon enough, I find myself in a part of town that I rarely visit. The walk between us is mostly silent. Yuri occasionally sniffles, wiping at her face. What the hell did Monika say to her? I decide to make some light conversation. Something about writing might be nice. She does take comfort in talking about subjects she's passionate about, after all.
So, Zero, how do you like writing poems?
She must have read my mind. Well, I usually like to listen to music while I write. Even if it's just quiet, playing softly in the background. You know what I mean?
Really? Most of the time, I just feel like I can only write in silence. It leaves me at one with my mind and lets me express my inner thoughts. Though sometimes, I do like listening to a soft piano track. Don't the lyrics alter the way you write?
Well, yeah, but I guess that's what I'm looking for. Most of the time, anyway. I like for the mood of the music to affect the way I write, really. Unless it's something I'm especially passionate about. And I can just write in just about any condition.
That actually sounds like an effective technique. I'll be sure to try it out.
At this point, Yuri seems to have perked up. Her eyes dried. I decide to continue the conversation, as I still don't know how much longer it'll take to reach her house. I know Sayori likes to hum a little tune to herself while she writes. I wonder what Natsuki does. Natsuki. I've been trying to contact her since I saw her in the hospital, but she hasn't responded to my messages. She hasn't showed up for school at all this week either. God, what could have happened? Was it really her father? I don't want to believe it, but the pieces fit together. Her absence. Her inability to contact anybody. What she said about him. But most of all, the bruises. I bite my lip as I feel my breathing growing heavy and my blood reaching a boiling point. If I find out he laid a finger on her, I'll...
So I'll be honest, I don't disrespect her or anything.
Yuri's words derail my train of thought.
Natsuki's poems are just a little too simple for my liking. I suppose they lack a certain edge.
No, fuck you, Yuri. I like Natsuki's poems. I spaced out. Again. Yeah.
Speaking of Natsuki, however, I think we just passed her house then.
What? Wait, which one? Yuri looks at me, a little surprised by my urgency. Regardless, she points out the house to me.
It's that house, if I recall correctly.
Right, thanks for that.
Why do you need to know?
I don't really want to worry Yuri about Natsuki. Well, I guess I just wanted to...
Right.
The rest of the journey is made in silence. I worry that Yuri got the wrong impression, but there's not much I can do. Eventually, we arrive, signaling her wave goodbye.
You know, Zero, you're quite different when no one's around. When it's just the two of us.
Yuri falls silent for a moment, lost in thought. Listen, I'd love to stay and talk. I really would, but
Oh, it's fine. I get it. You have places to be.
Her head darts toward the direction of Natsuki's house for a moment.
It's fine. I've got some writing to do anyway.
She turns and starts to walk to the door.
No, please don't get the wrong idea, Yuri. I'm not really... It's fine, Zero. I can take a hint. I'll see you tomorrow.
God damn it, why am I so attractive to her? Every woman wants me. Before I can finish my explanation, she's already entered her house. I feel terrible, knowing that Yuri probably blames herself for my rejection, but I leave quickly regardless. As I turn the corner and approach Natsuki's house, my attention is directed upwards. On the second floor balcony, a large, heavily built man leans against a railing, smoking a cigarette. Is that her dad? Jesus Christ. He's on the phone, and I can't help but overhear his conversation. The man mutters something about having business to attend to, but promises to be wherever the caller wants him within an hour. My stomach sinks. Business? If he means what I think he does. Backtracking Yuri's route, I make my way back to school and to my house from there. Fumbling with my keys, I unlock the door. I enter my bedroom and hurriedly get changed out of my uniform into some dark clothing. Alright, this is the mission. Every time there's like black screens, that's when I take a sip of water. Because I'm like, geez, I'm going to be fucking reading for a while. A short jog brings me back to her house, and I take a seat within a bus stop on the street opposite of her, to staking out her father. I ponder over if he's already gone, perhaps, and I missed him leaving. Maybe he's still dealing with business. After a few minutes, however, I'm proven wrong by the sound of an engine revving up and a new expensive-looking performance car emerging from the driveway of Natsuki's house. It speeds away, and around the corner within seconds, and once I'm certain that it's gone, I move over to Natsuki's house and ring the doorbell. I wait. Nothing. I press down on it again. Once more, no answer. Growing ever anxious, I knock on the door heavily, aggressively, banging my balled fist into the door. A moment of silence. Then, from a second-floor window, I see a curtain pull back, flash of pink, and just as quickly, it's replaced once more. I watch it intensely, waiting for any sign of movement until I hear the sound of the door chain being unhinged and the dead bolt turning. My heart is ready to jump out of my chest. I don't know what I'll be greeted by, but I await it nervously. Look at her. Isn't she cute? Zero? What the hell are you doing here? It's Natsuki. Thank God. Natsuki, are you alright? What happened to your bruises? What bruises, Zero? I don't know what you're talking about. She's playing dumb, even though I saw her. What could have happened to her, for her to be so devoted to keeping it a secret? Before I can reply, she grabs me by the collar of my shirt and yanks me into her foyer. Hey, how did you know where I live? Now's not the time for that. Has she been drinking? Better question is, where have you been? I haven't been feeling very good the past few days. No need to be so mean about it. Does she expect me to believe that, after what I saw? Natsuki, I know something's wrong. I saw you at the hospital, remember? Oh, that. She giggles. That was nothing. Don't worry about that, okay? There's much worse to be worried about. What do you mean? Come with me. I could do with another glass anyway. She grips my arm loosely and tries to move me along with her through her house. As she moves, she begins erratically wobbling as though she's having trouble walking. She holds tighter onto my arm for support. She stumbles, nearly trips. I catch her, wrapping my arm around her chest and pulling her upright. Thanks. That's not like her. Normally, if I grabbed her for whatever reason, she'd freak out and call me gross or something of that sort. But here, she didn't even flinch or say anything about it. Something feels off. I release my grip on her reluctantly as she's still staggering her way along. I assist in moving her, now up the stairs, making sure she doesn't fall and knock us both back onto the steps. We finally make it up the stairs, and Natsuki guides me to her room. Ooh, now it looks different. And there's a bunny over there! Seen your rabbit? Her room is a mess. Her floor is littered with small, ripped-up pieces of paper. Picking one up, I recognize one of the protagonists of Parfait Girls. The cover is a heavy laminated cardstock, and it's ripped in two. There's no way Natsuki was able to tear that in half herself. Not only that, but she had no reason to either. I could think of someone who does. There's a large bottle of red wine, cap opened, lying on its side on her bed. Only a small drip escapes, staining her bedsheet crimson. There can't be much left of it. I knew she'd been drinking. I could tell from the moment she opened the door. Natsuki, you haven't drunk all of that yourself, right? She looks flustered. Of course I have, you dummy. That's a bit much, isn't it? That doesn't matter. I haven't even finished anyway. She retrieves the bottle from the bed. I reach a hand out to take it from her. Natsuki! Nuh-uh, it's mine! She holds the bottle just out of reach and tries to push me away. She's too weak, however, and I simply move her arm aside. Come on, that's enough! Zero, please? I need this. Something about the way she just said that sent a pang of dread throughout my body. Before I can reach my arm out to stop her a second time, the remainder of the bottle's contents are gone. Looking at her bedside drawer, I see Natsuki's phone. It is overturned, so I can only see her case. The case is glittery and pink. This drink is nice, Zero. Natsuki, talk to me. I know something's going on with your dad. Please, I just want to help. But I can't if you won't tell me what's going on. This is all the help I need. She collapses onto her bed and giggles. I haven't felt this happy in so long. I grow only more uneasy hearing that. This is the length she has to go to in order to escape her demon. Just how bad is the demon she's trying to escape from? As Natsuki begins to snore, her grip on the wine bottle falters and it rolls off the bed onto her floor. To my surprise, it doesn't shatter. Instead, it rolls under her bed. Shaking my head, I bend down to pick up the bottle that rolled under her bed. Reaching my hand underneath the bed, I can feel the wine bottle, and something else. What the? I pull both from beneath the bed. Placing the wine bottle in her bedside drawer next to Natsuki's phone, I take a look at what I recovered. It's a white container and made of plastic. Wait, this isn't right. This is a bottle of pills. Looking for a description, I inhale sharply as I realize that these are ibuprofen tablets. I turn to look at Natsuki, fast asleep as I worried. Oh my fucking god. I desperately check the label on the back for a date of prescription. 2 days ago. She said she's trying to overdose. An icy sweat runs down my forehead as I begin to panic, running my hands through my hair. She stops snoring. I violently shake Natsuki's seemingly lifeless body. Please, Natsuki. Please wake up. I grab her hand. It's clammy and much cooler than it should be. I put my ear next to her mouth to check and see if she's breathing. Thankfully she is, but it's faint. I take her by the shoulders and pull her into a sitting position. I crouch down next to her, supporting her. Natsuki. I contemplate calling an ambulance, but I'm worried that it'll draw too much attention to her house. The hell with it. I don't care what happens so long as she lives. I reach in my pocket and... Fuck! My phone isn't there! I reach up onto her bedside table, gripping Natsuki's phone tightly. I bring it to my face and I press the power button. The screen lights up, but from behind a shattered display. I try to make an emergency call, but the screen is unresponsive to my touch. Dropping the phone, I pull Natsuki in close to me, hoping, praying that she wakes up. I begin to sob, terrified for her life. Natsuki begins to cough erratically. I'm simultaneously panicked and relieved. She opens her eyes and then steadily rises to her feet with my assistance. Natsuki, please, tell me you're okay. She falls silent. There it is, yeah. Jesus! My nose is assaulted by the mixed scent of bile and wine as it splashes on the floor in front of me. I realize that she got some on my arm. It stings? Well, at least that would have gotten the deadly mixture out of her body. She's still in trouble. Natsuki turns to me, half-conscious, pleading. Zero, help me. She stumbles back, landing in a sitting position on her bed. I don't want to die. Look at me, okay? You won't, you hear me? I won't let you die. Natsuki, listen to me, okay? I'll be right back. She nods weakly, barely aware of her surroundings. I need to find her something to eat. Hopefully she'll absorb what's left of the alcohol. Bolting down the stairs, I reach the kitchen within seconds. I swing open every cupboard I can see, along with the refrigerator. Nothing. Not even a slice of bread. When did Natsuki last eat? Exiting the kitchen, I look all around the house. Hurrying back to Natsuki, I check up on her. She's as pale as ever, but she's conscious at least. She weakly raises her head to look at me. Hey, Natsuki. I need you to pay attention to me, okay? Just whatever you do, don't go to sleep, okay? Please. She tries to mutter something, but it's unintelligible. I have no choice but to leave her again. I've searched everywhere in the house, besides her father's bedroom. As I approach the door, I notice that it's locked. I ram the door multiple times before the frame gives way. Whoa! I tumble onto the floor, now littered with splinters. I rise to my feet and flick the light on. As I search the room for anything that could possibly aid Natsuki, something catches my eye. A few bags from various restaurants around town. I tear them open to find nothing but empty takeout containers. I return to Natsuki's room. We have to go, now.
Okay.
I help her to her feet, wrapping her arm over my shoulder, holding her hand in place. She'll make it. I'll make sure of it.
Where are we going?
Somewhere safe. We make our way down the stairs. I keep Natsuki on her feet, though it's proving to be more difficult as she fades in and out of consciousness. Starvation, mixed with alcohol and painkillers, it's clearly taking a toll on her. But she isn't dead. We make it to the front door. With time feeling like a lost luxury, I shut it behind us, moving through the porch. I can feel Natsuki's tears soak through my shirt. Aww. We reach the gate and I set her down while I open it. I scoop Natsuki off the grass and close the gate behind us. Holding Natsuki close, I move as fast as I can down the street. As we approach the glow of the streetlights, I begin to feel relieved. I loosen my grip on Natsuki. Can you walk?
Yes. I think.
I set her down for a moment. Her knees buckle. Again, I wrap her arm around me and mine around her. Let's go.
Okay.
I end up supporting her the entire way through town. There's nobody about to call me out for looking suspicious. I'm almost glad she has such a small figure. It certainly makes her so much easier to... That's why she's so small. Her father has been leaving her malnourished and living on fast food. Jesus Christ. Finally, I recognize the familiar view of my house. I set Natsuki down on my front step. I fumble with the keys for a moment, finally able to unlock the door. I help Natsuki through. She's safe. From her father, at least. I bring her to the kitchen and sit her down on one of the chairs.
Zero. Why did you help me? How did you know where I...
Don't worry about all that now. Let's just get you settled in for the night. I'm worried that it'll be longer than one night. I have a spare bedroom in my house. Should be able to sleep there. I searched through my pantry and my fridge for something she may like. I decided to just make some toast and chicken noodle soup.
Is that chicken noodle? I haven't had that in so long.
Her words break my heart. How long? How long has she lived like this? I watch the clock as Natsuki eats. It's late. Now that the immediate panic is over, I realize that poor Natsuki is still drenched in her own stomach acid. Natsuki, I'm going to need you to get changed.
What?
Not here, silly. I mean, you can get changed in the spare bedroom.
But I don't have any of my clothes.
You'll have to borrow some of mine.
Okay. But only because I have to.
Well, she's back to her normal self. Now seems to be in better shape after a meal. She stands up of her own accord to return her bowl to the kitchen counter. She moves slowly, but deliberately. Despite the stink of bile clogging up my nose, I'm relatively calm too. Natsuki's skin tone has returned to normal, mostly. She still looks scarred by the night's experience. Once she returns empty-handed, I ask her to follow me to her room. Come on, I'll show you where it is. Natsuki timidly complies, wrapping her arms around me. But this time, it hurts. I inhale sharply.
Are you okay, Zero?
My shoulder's in pain. The adrenaline of the situation has settled. Maybe barging through that door was a bad idea. Not only because of the pain, but the damage it caused too. When Natsuki's dad returns to the house. Yeah, I'm alright. Don't worry about me. Let's get you cleaned up. There's a shower in the guest room that you can use. We reach the guest room, located across the hall from my own bedroom. I motion towards the edge of the bed. Here, sit down for just a moment. I'll be back with something comfy for you. She sits down. I rush into my bedroom, picking out one of my gray tops and a pair of jeans. When I bring them back to her room, she's struggling to take off her socks. I place her fresh clothes on the bed and kneel down to help her take them off. She opens her mouth like she wants to say something, but reluctantly lets me help. Natsuki has been through too much today. She has next to no strength left.
Thanks, Zero. I can take it from here.
Are you sure? I really don't... All the blood in my body rushes to my face. She's going to have a shower. Was I about to indirectly tell her I wanted to help? Never mind. It's fine. You take your time. I decided that now wasn't the best time to question Natsuki about her family. Instead, she just needs a soothing shower to end some sleep. Maybe that'll take her mind off tonight's events. Even if only for a few moments. Those few moments would do her a lot of good. As I stand to leave the room, Natsuki grasps my wrist gently.
Zero, wait. I wanted to thank you again.
Don't mention it, okay? I'm just glad I got there in time. Natsuki stares into my eyes.
Me too. How did you know where I was?
I walked home with Yuri. She was having a bad day, so I went with her. She pointed out your place, and ever since I saw you at the hospital, you haven't left my mind. That's why I decided to even go. I tried calling you God knows how many times, but you never answered. I cast my mind back to Natsuki's wreck of a phone. I guess I know why.
I saw every one of your calls. I couldn't answer because of the stupid screen. When all I wanted to do was hear your voice. I couldn't. I just wanted to go back to the club and sit with you under the window to read more together. Because when we do, it's the only time I really feel safe. Well, not anymore.
Of course. Her Parfait Girls manga was torn apart. She looks down at the ground, dejectedly. I leave Natsuki to shower. After getting changed myself, I sit on the edge of my bed, gripping the volume of Parfait Girls that I bought for myself on the weekend. The water stops running, and I hear the in-suite's door being opened and closed. I wait a few moments for a knocking at her door. Natsuki, I have something else for you.
Oh, Zero.
Hey, look at her. Natsuki opens the door, looking healthy again. She is out of her dirty clothes and is now wearing my shirt along with her own pants. The top doesn't fit her very well, though.
Huh? The shirt's massive on me.
I could get you a smaller top of mine if you...
I like it.
Aw. Also, look! She has boobs! Yay! Okay, I'm gonna stop pointing out boobs before you people start thinking I'm just a man all about boobs. I'm actually not even that much of a boobs guy. You don't need to, Zero. You sure?
Yeah.
I present the manga to her. I saw what happened to your copy of Parfait Girls back at your place, so I thought I'd drop my own for you. So you can, read it, if you want. Natsuki gives me a weak but sincere smile. She reaches out to grab the manga.
I'd love to, Zero.
Instead of pulling the manga from my hands as I expected, she grabs my wrist and tries to sit me down on the bed next to her.
But only if we read it together.
It's the least I can do to make her happy. She needs it. So do I, in a way. First, having to deal with Sayori attempting suicide. Now Natsuki. God, how terrible must her home life have been for her to want to escape it like that. Well, I could take a guess, considering the complete lack of food in her house. And her face, when I saw her in the hospital. Christ.
Hey, Zero.
What?
You were just kind of stood there for a second, spacing out. God, you're worse than Sayori sometimes, you know?
Hey. I'm sorry, okay?
It's fine. I was only teasing, dummy.
I know that I shouldn't blame her. She doesn't know about Sayori's condition. And as far as I know, she hadn't seen her at the hospital. Regardless, that hurt me more than it should have. I move the duvet to the side and sit down next to Natsuki. She pulls the covers over the two of us, so we're sitting up with it draped over our laps. We decided to start the volume over again.
Zero, you're so warm.
Natsuki inches closer to me. We're now shoulder to shoulder. Natsuki, can you see it okay?
Not really.
I inch myself down to a laying position. Natsuki joins me. There it is.
Much better.
My left arm is awkwardly dormant between us. I slide it under the pillow and around her. There we go. We continue to read. Aww. And now she sleeps. Before I know it, she's fast asleep. Natsuki? I lay there motionless. I dreamed of this moment ever since I really got to know Natsuki. I hate that I had to come due to her circumstances at home, but regardless. I run my fingers through her silky pink hair. I brush her bangs to the side. She looks so peaceful in her sleep. What is this feeling? I feel a lump in my throat. Just the sight of her is enough to make my heart pound. Just did this for you people who wanted to see the full CG. I don't recognize this. My chest is heavy. It feels like there's a weight on my ribs. It's hard to breathe. This is the happiest moment of my life. As I drop the manga to the side of the bed, not even reading anymore, I drift off to sleep. I'm jerked awake by the sound of crying. Confused, I open my eyes and turn to look at Natsuki.
Oh, now she has tears going down her face.
She's clutching the sleeve of my shirt, holding me tighter than before. She's sobbing into my shirt ferociously. Natsuki, are you? I realize that she's still asleep. Sighing, I lament over Natsuki's nightmares. I'm almost certain they're related to her family, but I give her a nudge to wake her up. As she seemingly begins to stir, I try to calm her. Natsuki, it's just a dream. You're okay. You're safe. Natsuki opens her eyes.
Zero, that was more than a dream. I watched my dad kill you. I watched him torture you for saving me. He kept telling me this was my punishment for leaving. Zero, you shouldn't have helped me. This was wrong. This is wrong. Why, Zero? Why did you have to get involved? I can't let you do this.
Natsuki jerks away from me. Natsuki, do you want to know the real reason I showed up at your house? I missed you. I missed reading with you. I missed reading your poems. And after the hospital, I knew something happened. I had to make sure you were okay. I was worried, sick for days. I felt I had to. I'd do anything to ensure your safety. I'd gladly be tortured if it meant you would be happy. Anything, Natsuki. Do you understand me? I'll do everything in my power to keep you safe. If my words right now aren't proving I mean it, maybe this will. I rise to my feet and walk to my room. I flick my light on and rifle through my bag. Ah, there it is. Hey, alright, time to read this again. You. I don't know what's happened, or where you've been. All I can think about is the bruises on your skin, the blood on your nose, dripped onto your clothes. The sight that broke my mind. For that moment, I was frozen in time. I saw you, broken, abused. I knew from there on, I would save you. Day turned to night, you on my mind. I've been sick with worry. If I'm going to do something, I need to hurry. Text after text, call after call, the girl I cared about most is the one I couldn't save after all. I return to the bed. Natsuki turns to face me. I hand her my poem. Natsuki reads, wiping her eyes as she does so.
Zero,
Natsuki leaps from her bed and embraces me tightly. I return the gesture, wrapping my arms around her. We stay together for a while, her tears soaking through my shirt once again. After a few minutes, Natsuki eases her grip. I do as well, resting my hands on her waist, hers hanging from my neck. Natsuki lifts herself up onto her tippy toes and pecks me on the cheek.
I want to go back to sleep. But I want you to stay with me.
I nod wordlessly, and Natsuki gently escorts me to the bed. Laying my head on the pillow, she keeps her arms wrapped around me. We drift into the void of unconsciousness together.
Aw. So that was where the demo ended. So now, let's actually show. So the people who haven't seen the demo, that's probably all new to you. The people who have seen me play the demo, this is the new shit now, I guess. So let's get rolling. I'm sorry we had to play a lot of the beginning, but it has to happen. Drearily stirring, I can tell from the snoring figure next to me that Natsuki's still asleep. I rub my eyes, struggling to open them. Aww. Reaching out to my bedside cabinet, I swipe my phone and check the time. Midday. There's no point going to school today. I've already missed half the day. Besides, I don't think Natsuki would be up for it after last night's, I sit up and decide to head downstairs and make breakfast for the two of us. She'll appreciate the effort. I try to be as quiet as possible in an attempt to not wake her up while I slip out from under the duvet. I head to the kitchen and decide to make something quick and easy so I can bring it to her. Ooh, okay! Searching through my fridge, I find some bacon. I like this music. I start mixing together some pancake batter after a short search for the ingredients. As I'm cooking, I hear a light knock on the door. Anxious about leaving the cooking food, I rush to answer. It's Sayori. Hey Sayori, what are you doing here? I thought you'd be back at school. I step outside, closing the door behind me. I don't want to know Natsuki's here. I was planning on it, but I couldn't just get out of bed this morning. Are you cooking? It smells really sweet.
Sayori peers through my window to see what I'm up to in the kitchen.
Natsuki?
And taking a look myself, I see Natsuki tending to the breakfast. Crap. She's freaking tending to it.
I see what's going on, Zero.
You do?
Yeah, you two are making cupcakes again.
I can feel the sweat on my forehead begin to bead. I'm so done for.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a surprise. For the club. Neither of us are expecting to see you, though.
I give Sayori a weak smile and attempt to reassure her.
Don't worry, Zero. Your secret will be safe with me. Well, since you're busy, I'll leave you two lovers be.
Okay, Sayori. See you. She's about to leave. I stop her momentarily. I was just wondering, are you going to the club?
I guess. Since I'm actually up, I might as well. Especially if you're bringing the cupcakes.
Yeah. Sayori leaves without another word. I return to the kitchen in a cold sweat, worrying about the false promise I gave to Sayori. Guess I'll have to convince Natsuki that we should cook a batch. She's nearly finished making our meal. The breakfast. It was supposed to be a surprise. I was going to wake you and have it all ready for you. And then Sayori knocked and
You could have burned your house down, dummy. Look.
She points the spatula at a place of charred pancakes. I guess we're even now, huh?
You saved me, and I saved our breakfast.
Part of me wants to scold her for her warped perception of what even meant, but another doesn't want to bring up the events of last night with her. The perception of what even meant. I decide that I'll make a snide remark at most. Not quite. Maybe one day. Maybe. Natsuki's really something else outside of the club room. Maybe it's because she doesn't have to put on a show for the other club members. They always call her cute, though I can surely see why. I set the table and sit down with Natsuki. At first, she starts eating almost viciously, but quickly snaps out of it, remembering I'm in the room. How is it?
It's delicious.
She continues to scoff her breakfast down, a bit at a slightly slower pace. Once we're both finished, I take her plate from her and place it in the dishwasher for her.
So, you want to do anything today?
Well, I kind of promised Sayori that we'd make a batch of cupcakes for the club later. If you want to, then maybe we can just set aside a few just for later? Natsuki immediately jumps from her chair, grabbing the apron draped over the oven handle.
Let's do it!
Before I can react, she's tearing through my cupboards and drawers, looking for everything she needs, only occasionally stopping to ask where I keep certain utensils and ingredients.
Ready to help?
Of course. Hopefully I'll be more useful than last time.
You better be.
Natsuki playfully punches my shoulder.
Yeah. Don't tell me that seriously hurt you. The door. Zero, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot.
It's okay. It's only a bruise. You just caught me by surprise is all. I'm having an extremely hard time trying to play it off. That genuinely hurt. I forgot how much power her small frame can deliver. What do you want me to do first?
Well, I guess you could start preheating the oven to 350. I'll deal with the dry ingredients.
I do my small part and watch Natsuki get started. She's so precise with her movements. It's almost hypnotic. Natsuki catches me staring at her, completely spaced out.
Hee. Dummy.
What? I shake my head as I'm jerked back into the moment.
You were staring.
Oh, sorry. What next?
I've got everything ready to go besides the eggs. Could you crack them into this bowl for me while I set the tray liners?
I grab an egg in each. Okay, okay, hold up. This is a clean ass beat. I grab an egg in each hand and crack both simultaneously. Show off. Yeah, so? What's the matter with me trying to show off for you?
Zero. I
finally got you.
What do you mean?
You get all embarrassed when I try to be sweet. Natsuki, you're adorable. Natsuki begins to prepare the cake batter.
Zero. Can we talk about last night?
As much as I want to fully understand what happened, maybe we should leave that for later.
Yeah, okay.
Natsuki nods in agreement and returns to the batter. She quickly finishes mixing it and begins to distribute the batter evenly between the cups. I wash the beaters by hand and attach them to the mixer. I start to mix the icing. I should have done this last time.
And what, leave me to mix all the batter by hand?
Yeah, well, you're stronger than you think. Natsuki huffs with an arrogant look on her face.
And don't you forget it.
The enticing smell of chocolate cupcakes begins to seep from the oven. It's going to be difficult to not eat any on the way to the club. I drip blue food coloring into the icing. The timer rings and Natsuki opens the oven's door. Instantly, my entire house is filled with a mouth-watering scent of Natsuki's baking. Oh my god. These ones smell even better than the last batch. Natsuki sets them on a rack to cool for a few minutes while I finish the icing. Are you almost done? We have to get going soon. I stop the mixer for a moment and plunge my finger into the cobalt sea of sugar. I raise my finger to my mouth. Natsuki grabs my wrist and pulls my arm away from my face. She scoops the icing off my finger onto her own and promptly licks it off. Hey! What? You expect me to put your finger in my mouth? That'd be gross. Eh? You're only saying that because I did that to you. Yeah, of course. That makes you gross. I'm not gross! I can't help but crack a smile as I speak. I actually cracked a smile when I said that. It would be a lie if I said I didn't enjoy her teasing. It makes her so happy when she gets a reaction out of me. Even if only a tiny one. Natsuki and I ice the cupcakes and get ready to leave. Quickly, I head up to my room to get changed into my school uniform. Natsuki, without a uniform, is forced to wear the clothes I gave her. Seeing as most of the teachers will have left by the time we arrive, she shouldn't end up getting in any trouble. I return to the kitchen for a moment to grab some tinfoil and cover the cupcakes with it to protect them. Natsuki notices and heads out the door. I follow. As we're walking down the street, Sayori calls out to us from her door. Hey! Natsuki grabs my arm, signaling for me to stop walking as Sayori catches up. Oh! I can smell those from my house! I can't wait! Natsuki, Sayori, and I make our way to the school. Sayori is acting quite normal, considering what happened just a few days ago. Come to think of it, Natsuki is too. Perhaps they wouldn't like to dwell on dark times. I don't blame them. I just can't help but be reminded of their traumatic events. Within a few minutes, we arrive at school. Only the last few students trickle out from the doors as it's the end of the school day. The three of us make our way to the club room, being careful not to drop the cupcakes. I set the cupcakes down on the desk near the door. Hey, Yuri! Sayori runs up to Yuri and gives her a hug.
Sayori! Sorry, you startled me. Where have you two been? Not feeling well?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling so good the past few days. I was really sick.
Me too. Well, I'm glad you two are back now, and healthy.
Yeah.
But Natsuki, where's your uniform?
Oh, it was dirty, and I didn't have time to wash it.
But you'll get into all sorts of trouble with the teachers if they see you out of uniform.
Well, that's why I skipped the rest of the school day. Yuri stares down at Natsuki doubtfully. Instead of calling her out, though, she changes the subject.
By the way, I have a surprise for you all.
Ooh! What is it?
It's a surprise for a reason, Sayori. Just wait a moment. I'll show you all when Monika arrives.
Zero and I decided, since I was feeling better, that we should make some cupcakes. I've already missed the majority of classes this week, so what's one more day? Especially if it means I get to bake. Natsuki retrieves the box of cupcakes and lifts up the foil, showing off our handiwork.
Such a deep shade of blue. They look delectable.
Thanks. Eee! I can't wait! I'm starving! Not me, I'm stuffed.
What do you mean?
When I went over to Zero's house to bake, he made me breakfast. Aw, Zero, you're so sweet. Thanks, Sayori. I'm kinda thirsty, actually. I'll be back in a second. Sayori walks out of the club room, turning toward the fountain down the hall. Mere moments later, Monika walks in the club room from the other door.
Hi, Monika. Wow, looks like everyone bothered to show up today.
Natsuki bites her tongue. Yuri bares her head into her novel again. I'm left standing alone, fidgeting with my hands. Yeah, I guess.
About time.
She still seems pretty upset about the festival. Oh, maybe our cupcakes would be a sufficient peace offering? Sarah returns, carton of apple juice in hand. Hey, Mana.
Hi, Sayori. What happened on Monday? Were you sick?
Yeah, Zero had to take me to the hospital.
Zero, I thought you said it was a family emergency.
It was, kinda. I've known her for ages. She's basically like family to me at this point. Besides, I've never seen her like that. I felt like I had to make sure she was going to be okay.
And what about you, Natsuki? What's your excuse?
I was sick too! And don't call it an excuse, like you don't believe us or something.
No, I do. It just isn't a good enough reason to have ruined the festival.
I should have guessed that she was still up in arms about the festival.
Of course, I mean, unless you were nearly dying, then I'd certainly understand. And since you're both here, I take it that wasn't the case. Whatever, just don't miss important days like that again, or there will be consequences.
In an effort to break the hostile mood that Monika was causing, Yuri clears her throat.
I have something for all of you.
Yuri lifts her bag onto the desk and unpacks a new tea set.
It's not much, but I thought it'd be nice to share.
The new set has 5 cups. One for each of us. Each one has one of our names painted on it in a different color.
Ooh!
The new teapot has Literature Club written in script across the middle on each side.
Thanks, Yuri. This looks so elegant. Thank you.
And the cups are a little bigger. Thanks, Yuri. This must have taken quite some preparation. Thanks. Yuri, clearly uncomfortable with the amount of attention being given to her, turns toward Monika, who hasn't said a word.
Oh, good job, Yuri.
Could she have sounded any more monotone? Yuri politely nods and shoots back to her novel. Sayori is writing something down. I can't make out what it is, but it looks to be a poem.
Hey, Zero, come on.
Natsuki, dragging me by the arm, pushes me down under the windowsill. She grabs the next volume of Parfait Girls from her set, replacing the volume from last night to its rightful spot. We sit and read this volume in silence, besides the occasional giggle from Natsuki. Oh god. Everything's all awkward. After around 20 minutes, Monika clears her throat to get our attention from across the clubroom.
Ahem. Okay, everyone. It's time to share poems.
I left my poem for Natsuki at home. I'm assuming Natsuki was unable to write one, and presumably Sayori too.
Well, none of you even tried to.
We all stay silent.
I did, but maybe we should just wait till tomorrow. Natsuki and Sayori probably couldn't write because they feel ill. But I'm not sure about... Fine. Tomorrow it is then.
We all gather around the table. Monika's spacing out. Something else must be bothering her. Either way, so no excuse to be so cold toward all of us.
You know, I've been excited to use the new tea set. I'm going to boil the kettle. I assume you'll all be having a cup of tea?
I nod silently. I'll get the cupcakes. Monika pulls a fresh piece of paper from her notebook and begins writing. Natsuki sets the cupcake down in the center of the table. Sets the cupcakes down in the center of the table. Yuri turns to the kettle. Monika seems to be oblivious as to what's going on around her. She's writing furiously, pressing the pen deep into the paper. Steam begins to flow from the kettle, and Yuri transfers the water into the pot. Yuri pours tea into each of our respective cups. Moments of silence goes by as if they were hours. Monika's really killed the mood with her attitude. Yeah, she has. Sayori's already pilfered a cupcake from the tray and bites down onto it.
Wow, Natsuki, these are the best ones yet. You just haven't tried this recipe yet.
Sayori, reaching for a cup of tea, accidentally tips it over, spilling its contents over Monika's notepad. Oh no! Oh no. She's gonna snap off.
Jesus, do you always have to be such a klutz? Get your act together. You're supposed to be the vice president.
Monika's sudden snap takes all of us off guard. Sayori, clearly flustered, knocks the overturned teacup onto the ground, shattering across the clubroom floor.
For Christ's sake, Sayori, do you ever pay attention to what you're doing? You what? You're sorry again? Just like how you were sorry about not showing up for the festival. And dragging Zero to the hospital with you? That was pretty selfish of you. If Zero was here, we could have just continued on without you. Or Natsuki, considering she probably would have weaseled her way out of reading anyway.
Everyone besides Monika is in utter shock.
Hospital?
Why is she being so hostile? Sayori rushes out of the room crying, quickly followed by Natsuki, who's attempting to comfort her. Yuri has moved from her usual seat to the other side of the room, her face buried in her novel. I stand, and Monika glares at me. Monika, what the hell are you doing?
Go take care of her. She clearly can't take care of herself.
I want to scream at her after what she said. I have an urge to slap her. Instead, I rush out of the door to console Sayori and Natsuki. I can hear them in the hallway upstairs, Sayori's sobbing, filling the otherwise silent halls. I run up to the stairs to see her crying on a bench, Natsuki alongside her. Hey, it's okay. Monika's just being a... I don't know what she's doing, okay? She probably had a really bad day or something. She's just taking it out on you. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. What I'm trying to say is, don't take it to heart. She knows that we were all looking forward to the festival. Maybe she just takes things like this harder than the rest of us.
I don't care, Zero. That's not how you speak to people. I'm going home.
Sayori stands. Oh, crap.
I'll walk with you tomorrow. But until Monika stops her campaign to hurt everyone, I'm staying the hell away from the club.
Sayori wipes the remainder of her tears from her cheeks.
You two have fun dealing with her. Tell her that if she wants to talk, she knows where I live. Wait. Sayori, come back. We'll sort it out together.
Doesn't that sound better? Yeah, come on, Sayori. It'll be easier this way. Sayori's entire attitude shifts. She's no longer crying. Her face is completely blank. She turns to me.
Zero, I'll see you later. I'm leaving.
We can walk home with you. I don't really want to go back there anyway. Yeah, me neither. Sayori looks at the two of us and shakes her head.
No. I just want to be alone right now.
Okay, well you should join us for dinner tonight. Natsuki gives me an odd look.
Yeah! Did you just say us?
Well, yeah, that's part of the reason why Natsuki was already at my house this morning. She had a really bad night and...
No, I'll just stay home. Maybe my mom will order some takeout. Have fun.
Sayori turns and heads down the stairs. I've never seen her like that. Not even when I caught her trying to... Natsuki, could you give me a second? What are you doing? I just need to call someone, quickly. Natsuki nods and takes off to wait at the end of the hallway. Worried, I ring her mother, who's already at home. I explain what happened, and she tells me that there's no reason to be worried. She explains that the doctor had given her some antidepressants during the last trip to the hospital. She tells me that it could just be a side effect of the drugs. I let her know that I'm still concerned and to please keep an eye on her. Sayori's mom brushes me off and wishes me a goodbye. Still worried sick about Sayori, I catch up to Natsuki. Listen, do you want to go back to the club, or... Like hell I'm going back. Not while that bitch is there. Well, I still need to get my bag and stuff, so I guess I'll meet you back at the entrance. You okay with that? Fine. I'll wait. Thanks. Hurry up, though. I take off back downstairs to the club room. Bursting to the door, Yuri nearly jumps out of her seat, and Monika, writing on a new drier page of her notepad, turns to face me. What do you want? None of your business. Leaning down on my desk, I pick up my backpack and sling it over my shoulders. Moving back towards the exit, Monika tries to get my attention.
Zero, what's wrong with you?
I turn and stare at her in utter disbelief. What the fuck is wrong with you, Monika? Ever since we accidentally ruined your festival event, you've been nothing but pure venom for the club. You're needlessly rude to both Sayori and Natsuki, neither of which are in a mental state capable of handling that right now. I understand that was a big day and it was important to you, but you have no right to lose your shit on us. And I don't think I didn't hear about what you said to Yuri. I was only partially telling the truth. I knew that Monika had said something to Yuri, but I don't know what.
Oh, is that so, Zero? Well, you do know what she's been doing, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yuri's eyes are locked onto me, peering over the book. She's shocked, but won't call my bluff. Yeah, she's been trying to sabotage the club. We know. She doesn't want any new members.
Not only that, but I caught her rummaging through your stationery yesterday. I only told her that she was being a selfish bitch.
Monika turns and points at Yuri.
You can't fool me, Yuri. I know exactly what's been going on here.
Monika, that's way over the line. How paranoid are you to think...
Shut up and listen to me. You're the real reason that the festival was canceled. I could give a shit that Sayori is sick. Of course, Yuri just wanted me to let it go, so I'll tell you the same thing I told her. This is my club. We do what I say. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal clear. But there's one thing. Yuri, care to explain?
Fuck you, Monika. You crazy bitch. Do you not see that this is... Hey there. Don't cut too deep now, Yuri.
Whatever Monika meant by that, Yuri was affected, mortified. She drops her novel to the ground and falls back into her chair stunned. Shoving me out of the way, Monika marches over to Yuri. She stumbles out of her desk and backs away into the closet. Monika follows her. I watch from behind all the commotion. Oh my god! She grabs her by her wrist and yanks her sleeve up.
Oh, what a shame. Oh my god, she just yanked her. That is so much. You couldn't just help yourself, could you? What did I say, Yuri?
Yuri stays silent, her eyes fearful. Monika moves closer, forcing her to make eye contact.
Maybe I didn't make myself clear, Yuri. What did I say?
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
If I didn't shut up, you'd tell the club. That's right. If you dare criticize my ability to lead the club again, Yuri, everybody's gonna know about this. Everyone. How do you think they'd feel about you, knowing what you do behind closed doors? My blood is boiling. I'm just about ready to knock her out. Monika, what the hell has gotten into you? You're crazy. Monika lets go of Yuri's arm, pushing Yuri and the desk away from her. Looking at me, she speaks up. You want to see crazy, Zero? I'll show you crazy. From her school blazer, she pulls a sheet of paper neatly folded. She thrusts it into my hand. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Oh, wait, this is Sayori's fucking, her suicide poem. Did she write it? That is crazy. What the hell is this? The poem that Sayori sent me on the morning of the festival. Okay, she sent it to her. Okay, so Sayori still wrote it. She told me everything after. It was supposed to be her suicide note. So she fucking knew, but still went on with her fucking festival. Pissed off. Like, what? Suicide note? What the hell is wrong with you? Sayori, she never... Monika. I shake my head in disbelief. Wordlessly, I storm out of the club room. I walk down the vacant halls toward the front doors. I could see Natsuki standing outside through the glass. Are you okay, Zero? You look a little... I'll be okay. It's just Monika who's not okay. Alright, we gotta end the episode. It has been an hour and some like 15 minutes or so. I don't fucking know, I've been counting. But anyway, yeah, this is awesome. I fucking love this so far. This is amazing. I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode. The exit music, I think, is going to be like hour-long episodes, basically, until we finish it, because this is just I've been really looking forward to this mod. So, yeah, probably just hour-long. This might be a series that I'm doing for a while. If I do end up having to play another DDLC mod, it'll probably be like a double upload with exit music. But, yeah, this is basically the end of this episode, guys. I'll see you guys next time. This is Zero. Peace. I'm a